I guess my first question is looking back at last season. Tell us what it was like to catch lightning in a bottle at the end of the season that really propelled you guys into a deeper run.
I mean, that was a lot of fun. First of all, we felt like we had a chance at Octorara to win that opening round district game. We were up 8 or 9 in the second half and had some turnovers and some bad plays, and they got it back to even, but we still had the ball with a shot to win it at the end of regulation. We missed it, and I just felt like even after that game, even though we lost in overtime, we knew we played pretty well, and our coaching staff knew we played pretty well, and our kids knew we played pretty well, and it was just like, man, if we can play like that, we got a chance to win these next few games and sneak our way into the state playoffs. And so we had a home game against Weiser and won that one. It was a tight game, and then we had to go to Central, the number 1 seed, and played a real tough game there, and it was back and forth real close the entire game, and then Camden hit that buzzer beater to win it. So then we knew we had one more game. If we could somehow beat Lower Dauphin at Lower Dauphin, then we were in. So it was awesome. It was fun to see our kids have that experience and get hot at the right time, and then get to go play a really good team out in Pittsburgh. And even though we lost, like, it was a really fun experience, and it was good for all of our underclassmen to get that chance and hopefully build on that a little bit heading into this season.
Yeah, now you've got a lot of players coming back this year. You do lose a big guy in Camden Oaks, and that's a big hole. But tell us who you're going to have returning that's going to take up the role of Camden Oaks.
Well, we don't have anybody that's going to fill that role completely, because Camden could shoot threes, Camden could score inside, Camden was a good rebounder. But Josh Becker, a junior, is our big kid who's going to have to guard the other team's biggest guys and rebound really well. And he's kind of new to basketball. He's only played a couple times or a couple years, but he's very athletic. He's got a lot of talent, and he's one of our only guys that's tall. So he's the one that's going to have to take on that big man role. But everybody's going to have to rebound. Like we preached it all summer long. Like, it's not, the bigs aren't the rebounders. Everybody is rebounders. Like, all our guards have to rebound, and everybody's got to fill that role. And as far as the scoring part, we have lots of guys that can score. So Tim's going to have to score a little more. Ty's going to have to score a little more. Carter Deering's going to score. Ethan Stradling's going to score. Jackson Matos is going to score. Like, all these guys. Luke's got to score. So we don't need one person to score 18 like Camden did. We can tack 3 or 4 on to several different guys and get to that number 2. So we don't need one person to take on that scoring role.
Yeah. And were you pleased with the off season, and how are you feeling now going into the regular season?
Yeah, we had a really good off season. Most of our guys are basketball guys, so a lot of them were at all of our workouts in the spring, weight room stuff, summer league basketball, team camp, all that stuff. So we had everybody pretty much that we're going to have during the season, all spring and all summer long. So it just helps build cohesion, and everyone understands their role a little bit and who's going to do what and what to expect. And yeah, it was a really good off season for us, definitely.
Yeah. So the fact that you had so many underclassmen last year, see some pretty significant playing time. You got to be excited about what lies ahead for this year.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we did have a lot of underclassmen that played big minutes for us. So obviously, coming into this season, we know some of those guys, their role is going to expand, and everyone's role is different, but everyone's role is important. So, we have a ton of guys that can shoot, which is, a really good blessing. We got guys that can get into the paint. And like I said, the thing for us, like, talk about Josh Becker, like, we're rebounding is what we're going to have to really focus on. We got a team rebound. We can't have just big guys rebounding. We got to have everybody rebounding. But yeah, we got underclassmen coming back that got some good time last year, and that experience is going to be really valuable, making that run in districts, making state playoffs, and playing in really competitive, tight games like that. Like, that's, there's no substitute for that. Like, you can't create that in practice, those kinds of playoff environments and stuff, and having to make plays under those circumstances.
So for Cocalico to have a successful season, they have to
rebound.
So I'm guessing you're stressing rebounding at practice.
We got to rebound. We know we're going to score. Everybody's mentality is to defend. Like, they know if you play at Cocalico, you have to defend. You're not even going to see the court if you don't. So Rebound. We got to rebound.